Black light. We were talking about how we are being programmed, how the enemy is sending signals to our subconscious mind, and he uses communication, psychological warfare. He knows how we think because he programmed us to think like that. Through the school system, through the radio, television, music, culture. See, we don't have our culture because you could be programmed through culture, but our natural culture, we don't know anything about it. And he uses our women to also program us. Thank God that I wasn't programmed uh, like most of everyone else because when my mother was pregnant with me, she was being schooled at the Nation of Islam. My uncle, her brother, was teaching her to the ways of the Nation of Islam and the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And when I was born, she continued on going to different meetings, but she wasn't a registered Muslim until a year later, 1947. And I got the evidence here to show you. Now, this was back in 46 when I was born. The nation was still kind of young, and but it was gaining momentum. And my mother, she worked right alongside of Malcolm, and she know Malcolm's brothers and most of his family. I think she know all his brothers, because my uncle and Malcolm, they ran together. I don't know if before Malcolm became a minister was my uncle. I thought I heard him say he was Malcolm's captain or lieutenant at one time before Malcolm became a minister. Uh, a lot of brothers in Detroit, most of them passed away, but they know my uncle and my uncle's children, who are my cousins, and none of them followed in the ways of my uncle into the Nation of Islam, because when Wallace D came and destroyed the nation, my uncle didn't go with Wallace D, but he tried to sue Wallace D. Him and some more brothers was unsuccessful. At that particular time, my uncle was working on a solar panel. I remember seeing the blueprints of the solar panels, but the brothers couldn't agree, and my uncle started losing faith in the rulership or the leadership of those that was in the nation, as a lot of brothers did. Some of them got with Dr. York. I know my uncle was listening to Dr. York's teaching. Early stages was He was listening to the teachers when they was called, what was they called back then? It wasn't the New Wabians. Ansar Hebrew Israelites, or something to that effect, you know. And they had about 3 different titles, 4 different titles maybe. So, you know, I know how the enemy comes in on you. The brothers be ego tripping. They be ego tripping. That's all it is to that. That's how the enemy comes in. A lot of them didn't go along with the way Elijah did things. They thought he was too slow. They wanted to wage war with the Caucasoid back then, but they wasn't equipped. We wasn't ready. So are we ready now? No, not now. Black light. You'll see why in the next video.